Oh my God. I went to adjust my AC. I was like, I'm going to turn it down a little bit. I have a lot of time, 10 seconds. But then
I said, Joleen, it's a 10-second timer. She's like, cool. And then she like gets up. I was like, oh no.
I have no concept of time already. So I don't know why I thought that, like, oh my God, 10 seconds. I'm going to just go fix my lipstick, get ready. Sorry,
that
guys.
was amazing. You were like, I'm Joleen. Okay. Anyway, hi, guys. We're going to talk about Big Brother 23 Wednesday veto episode and live feed stuff. We're going to talk about everything that's going down. How are you, Joleen? How is it going?
I'm good. I'm always good when I get to collab with you. Like,
yes,
fun times. So no, I'm good. Just got done with the episode, and I just have to say, Sarah, you are looking fantastic. The shirt, the necklace, the makeup.
Thank you. Thank you. I have my makeup professionally done today for something else. So you're welcome.
Are you going to tell me what it is later?
It was just for photos. It wasn't anything.
Was it your headshots? New headshots? Yay! I think I saw one you posted online. It looks so cute. Your glasses.
I did. You guys, I grew my hair out, so I had to get new headshots, which is just an expensive endeavor. But it's fun when you get your makeup done.
It is. I have to schedule headshots, so tell me if you like your photographer, because those are expensive.
Oh, no, I do. I love my photographer. This is the second time that I've used him. Okay. So highly recommend. We can dish about that later. But you guys, we had our Wednesday night veto episode tonight, which I don't know. It was pretty like light. It's a little light segments. Although we did start at the top of this episode with some like dramatics because the Jokers are so upset about these noms. Brittany is losing it, but like Azah was like sobbing as well.
I know. I thought someone was dying. Really, it was. I couldn't believe how. But maybe Azah's like an empath and she can feel Brittany's pain. The best was when French dressing came in and he said, because he's got hero complex, which everybody's talking about. So he's like, I got her. And Oz is like, no, you don't. I do. Like, they're in a moment, bro. They're in a moment.
It is literally not always about you.
No.
He's like, here I am. Let me take care of this. And I was so glad that Azah shut it down. It was like, we are in an embrace. We are both crying together. Leave us be. I was very, very grateful.
One of the strangest people I've ever seen play this game. And that says a lot because I've seen some strange people, but he's a very strange man.
He is a one of a kind. I don't think we've seen him before. He fits into the country stereotype, but that's about it. The rest of it, all new. Now we get all these other teams who are meeting and they're all like, great. Oh my God, this is amazing. Frenchie's on the block. This is fantastic. Loving it. And then Frenchie, he starts to talk to Kyland here for a smidge, and he's like, I'll use the veto on Brittany unless you have another idea. Chug. I was like, whoa.
Kyland's like,
take a breath.
No need. Just you. We're getting rid of you. You don't need to save don't you save her? She's good. You're good. You're bad. You're real bad.
Yeah, we just got the one plan. Just the one plan to get you out. That's all.
It's the constant. I wonder if he'll have any kind of self-actualization, self-realization when he gets off the show. It's the constant hero thing. Like, now he's got to go save Brittany when she didn't ask you to save her. No one has asked French dressing to do anything yet. He's just like, look at me. I'm going to save this little girl. I have more faith in Brittany winning than French dressing at this point. You know what I mean? A competition. Like, you did good the first comp, and then after that, it's just been downhill, sir.
It has. It's been roof for you. Mark, thank you so much for the super chat. Yeah, I try to do something and
I do that.
Tonight, yeah.
There we go. Super chat. Thank you, Mark. I'm sorry, Mark.
You can have a refund. That was just like, oh, that was not as good. Anywhoozle, now Britt and Kyland are gonna talk. Brittany. He tells her she's the only one who didn't throw Frenchie under the bus. That's what he says to her.
And then she goes and tells everyone, including someone on her team. She says, I don't believe the irony of this, that I don't think Brittany intentionally knew at all, but that she was like, I don't throw my teammates under the bus. And then she proceeds to go in the room in front of Derek F and throw Derek F under the bus by saying, I'm the only one who said, right? Because that would include him, that he said it.
It would, but ironically, Derek F did not throw Frenchie under the bus. Neither did Xavier, and Brent barely did it. So it's just an excuse. So I'm fine with Brittany taking that back because it lights a little fire under Frenchie, and I'm all here for that. Go right ahead and get him all worked up that everyone said his name except for one person. Okay. Think that for a little bit. And she asked Kylan, she's like, so if you win veto, like, you going to take anyone down? And he's like, no. And then she seemed surprised by that, or like upset. Like she was holding out for him to be like, yeah, I might take you down. And I was like, if someone nominates you, it doesn't make it better if they're like, I might take you down, right? You still were nominated.
You still were nominated. And it would make no sense for the HOH, just like everyone was saying in this episode, or that Alyssa was saying, I should say, to get more blood on their hands. We always hear blood on your hands, blood on your hands. So there'd be no purpose of Kylan putting her up and then taking her right off. No. She's still going to be mad she was up, and then he's going to have to make someone else mad. So it's like, no, you go win, and I believe you're safe. But Brittany's reaction was it was interesting. It was, I didn't expect her to react that way.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It was a lot. It was a lot.
Yeah. I also was confused by this. And I think it started with Alyssa last week because she was like, I didn't do anything. I'm guilty by association, which I felt weird. I was like, what is it that you do to get nominated? Like, especially first week, you just get nominated.
This, Sarah, is a classic or a new school classic case of new school Big Brother, where I don't know what season it started, but they have to make the person on the block the villain. They have to villainize them. We saw French Dressing do it when he was putting people on the block, rather than just going, you're a big threat in this game. And I fear if you stay in it, I'm not going to win, or we're not aligned, or just game reasons. People have to go on personal attacks and go, they're a bad person. They did this, they're that. And it's like, they're manipulative. Well, yeah, because everyone in the house is manipulative because it's a game of manipulation and such. But I think that these players come in and they say, but I'm so nice. Yeah, you can be nice, but you can still go on the block because one person wins and two people go to the end. So it's weird. It's weird.
It is. And and now Brittany's here going, I didn't do anything wrong. What did I do? Why am I on the block? And I'm like, what is this new? What is this? I didn't do anything. You didn't talk game with Kylan. You're not connected with Kylan. He's literally not in an alliance with you. That is why you are up on the block. I don't know. Deal with it, people.
Yeah. I mean, it was a lot. It was a big reaction. And I just don't think Brittany has the best strategy in this game thus far. She's a nice person. I bet she's great outside of the house, but that has nothing to do with the game. I mean, I'm grateful when I get to, I hate to use that word. I feel lucky when I get to watch people who aren't complete slime balls play this game.
Right.
So I don't want to say I'm grateful. I am lucky to see her.
I still say I'm grateful because I own that word. They did not take it from me. I used it before. I will use it still. The Real VB, thank you for the super chat. We love you. We do. All right. So then what happens next? Oh, we get this hammock scene with Hannah and Brent. And look, I don't need it. But Brent does say erotic. He really does.
Well, and why are they trying to make it as though Hannah would ever entertain a flirtmance with him?
Well, yeah, so it is official. Brent does like her, but she do not like him.
No,
it's not happening. It's not a thing. Yeah.
They have babies and live together forever in the woods, you know?
They're very cute.
They're very cute.
And we're going to live in a city together because they're both going to have great careers.
I think they should live in the woods, and
they can have like a farmhouse on the side.
Yes, a farmhouse and a farm and bunnies and be cottage core like Miranda taught us.
Right. But that kind of farm, not the other farm. Like a bunny farm.
A good farm.
Yeah.
Good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all of a sudden farm was like the trigger word for me. I was like, oh, not a farm.
Well, Hannah is really good at impressions. She actually picks up on people's mannerisms and dialects very well. And she does that with French Dressing. She does a good imitation of him. So it was fun to see her do that, but I hated how they were editing it like there was any kind of chemistry there. Like Brent pretty much, he doesn't respect women, what we've seen on the feeds. He's problematic, you guys. And he's just looking for anyone to give him attention because he is insecure and needs to feed his ego. So I just didn't like that. I feel like, I know it's the edit, whatever, but it's so disingenuous, to who Hannah is. She's being nice.
Right. Hannah does a really good job of just like dealing with him, but this is a typical Big Brother segment. Like this, I know everyone's like, they're not in a showmance. Don't push this showmance on me. But like they want the cute guy, Brent, to be like, I don't know my words. Like that's such a Big Brother segment that they're like, isn't this funny? And she's like, it sounds like your accent. I was like, no, he's saying erotic. You're very polite to say it's his accent. No. Yeah. He doesn't know words. He also said anonymous for unanimous. So
no.
Oh, yeah, he said that several times. And I know he knows Italian ravioli. Yeah. I know, but
and he's always mansplaining. You would think that he's always telling the ladies what they should eat, what they should put on their face, what they should think, what a floater versus a coaster is. I mean, he's always so right. So weird.
He's so right.
So weird.
Yet so wrong. Okay, Frenchie and DF, they're talking. Frenchie just hates these jocks, and that's really what messed him up. And then Brittany comes in and is this when she threw everyone under the bus? She was the only one that didn't say his name. And then that's when Frenchie was like, oh yeah, well, guess what? I was in a large alliance and I was in it. No, it's running the house and I was in it. Excuse me while I go tell everybody else in the house.
How did he think this was going to help his game? As a super fan, this is horrible strategy. You haven't even played the veto yet. This is what you do to blow up people's games on your way out the door, like Travis did to French dressing when he left. This isn't what you do before the veto. Frenchie is an abomination. He is such a mess. He makes Devin look like he knows exactly what's going on. He makes David look like he knows what's going on. He's awful because he carries this ego with him, and like he knows what's going on, he knows what he's doing, and you don't, sir. And it's awful.
He threw his own game under the bus before nominations even happened. Like what?
Yeah.
I don't know when the last time I saw that. Like he did it to himself. Mm-hmm. When his alliance member won HOH, like it did not line up. It did not make sense. I'm sorry. One of the worst players I've ever seen. Ever. Okay. So Frenchie is telling about the slaughterhouse. He goes to tell Azza and DX. Then he tells Tiffany and Claire. Then he tells Sarah Beth. He's just making the rounds. Then we get to pick our veto players. We get Alyssa, Claire, and Mr. Veto King, Derek X, up here with Kylan, Frenchie, and Brittany. And now we're going to play this veto, which I don't know if we've seen. Have we seen fill up the tube individual? I feel like we've only seen this like HOH style where everyone does it.
When they're in a row and they do it. No, I don't think we've ever seen it when they have to do it solo like that.
Right.
I mean, I don't remember seeing that. Yeah, it was an interesting competition, I guess. It was sprayed him in the face, sprayed him in the back, sprayed him in the front.
They got sprayed. They did. Sprayed. And they even gave us some music for Kylan. That was great.
They did.
Okay. Well, what Kylan? And but there was a little bit of strategy to it. There was an order, and certain ones were doing more. And I like that, like Derek was figuring that out. But otherwise, funny to just watch them look like idiots running around, slipping around. Mm-hmm. Kylan and Derek X had very close times, but otherwise, not really. And Claire and Alyssa, they didn't need to win it. They knew that. So they're not up there trying.
Really smart. I like that Claire even realized, like, I can't lose it too bad, because there's some people who throw or they say, I don't need to win, and then they just do horribly. So she realizes that you have to keep it somewhat believable while throwing it. Right.
Well, but Alyssa got 657, but I think she was legit struggling. So,
but I think people would believe that, but I don't think they'd believe Claire would be really bad, because they're already, her name is, out there. So.
Yeah. Well, she threw it and got 5.5 minutes. Frenchie did not throw it, and he got 5 and 6 minutes. So imagine if she was trying.
I know. And he should be scared of her, but he's going to have to be scared of her from home.
From your television, from home.
From the farm with the cows.
Okay, so now Frenchie is going to get a pep talk from Mr. Derek Frazier. But he started it with something about he sacrificed his morals, and I was really racking my brain to figure out what he meant by that. Couldn't figure it out myself.
How French dressing couldn't sacrifice his morals, right? That's because he could be good at this game if there were less meatheads and he didn't have to sacrifice his morals. But I feel like
something
he already did. You came into this game sacrificing your word, using things in life that you shouldn't use for game, just playing very messy.
You done did it.
He did
This
it.
game isn't for him, he says. It's harder than he thought. And I was like, well, now actually I can get on board with this, sir, Mr. Brandon French. Yes, this game is not for you. And it is harder than just watching it on
Notice
TV.
how he goes from, it's this guy is just a case study. Every psychiatrist and stuff, well, I'm sure there's many diagnoses that I can't diagnose him with, but he goes from like, I'm going to save everyone and I'm so great, to then instead of going, I stink at this, he's like, I don't stink at this. It's because I'm so good morally that I am bad at this game. So if I was willing to get in the gutter with these people, sure, I could win. But I'm not, because I'm such a good person and my cows need me. Goodbye. He just has the least self-awareness I've ever seen.
There's not an ounce of self-awareness. I've never heard him say that he was not good at anything. It's always.
That's so weird.
Not that. I don't know. Yeah, no, Derek F has been in love with Frenchie. And I mean, this was a good pep talk. Like I would want this pep talk if I were in the house, or even when I just called Joleen and have a bad day. Like it's a good pep talk. But you know what's interesting is that now, Joleen, Derek F has a crush on Kyland.
I know.
Just last week, just a few days ago, he was ready to cut Kyland. Kyland was the weak link. He's the first one that got to go out of the slaughterhouse, out of the cookout. And now today he has a crush on him?
I think he just sees that his boyfriend French Dressing is leaving and he needs to find someone else. And Kyland, despite him being skeptical of him, is still really kind to Derek. And maybe I don't know. If I could explain Derek F, but I can't. Like,
I know.
I don't understand his game. I don't understand him as a person. What I watch of him, I'm baffled. And I wouldn't mind him. I want Cookout strong till the end, Jackpot strong till the end. But I could get rid of Big T. I could see him go. He's that fun.
You know what? He's not nearly as entertaining as we all thought. We thought he was going to be like comic relief, give us DR gold. And he's not, which is a bummer.
Not good at the game either. So he gives bad advice. Yeah, bad advice to Azza. And he believes in French Dressing too much. And he just doesn't know what he's talking about, and he's not entertaining. And we saw the pep talk with Frenchie, but on the feeds, it was annoying to see how mad and upset and mourning that Derek F was when Frenchie was put on the block. It was just, oh, dude, you have so many other people that want to ride with you and work with you. You have the cookout. You can make other relationships. Why this guy? What?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I genuinely was like, oh, that he just might like that type of person. Like, no judgment, Apparently we all have types. That's what I've learned from Brent and Alyssa. So, okay. But yeah, no, I mean, eventually he got over it. He was like, fine, Frenchie's leaving. And now he's moved on to Kyland. And I don't know, does he move on to the next HOH, whoever has power? I'm not really sure. But yeah, I would love for Big D to either step it up or get out of here.
That's the answer. Follow the power. That's the HOH. Yeah.
Someone likes the man in control.
Oh, yes. Okay, this is making more sense now. Okay, maybe at least I can comprehend that. I can see that's a strategy and something that happens in life. Power sometimes is attractive. Okay, Derek, but you still have horrible reads on the game. But okay.
Yeah, you do. But he, to be fair, he just sits back on his little couch all the time. He's not getting a lot of information. He's just getting certain filtered information,
So
the same thing with Azza,
and he sits on his futon, his daybed, he has a cigarette. Yeah.
Right. All right. Frenchie's gonna, try to talk to Kyland and Derek F. Derek X, Veto King, about this veto, and he promises loyalty. You guys know, I'll be loyal to you.
We don't know. You've never shown us that.
Thank you. That's literally it. Stop saying when all you've done is shown us that you lie and go back on your word. I'm a man of my word who doesn't go by being a man of my word. No. Okay. And also, he'd like to be given a chance to sit next to a big competitor.
This made me so mad when he said that he had said he wanted Brittany to be taken off because he doesn't want to sit next to a woman. Those were his words. He doesn't want to sit next to a woman on the block because it's too easy. And he pointed to Brittany's bed like, that's too easy. And I want to go out like a champion. But French dressing, all the women in the house are schooling you at this. And you have no idea. They're just patting you on the head like, okay, little guy. Okay, French kisses. See you later. And you have no idea what you're talking about. The irony that French dressing thinks the meatheads are his demise when really it's the smart women that were cast this season who see through his BS that is his demise. And he really, as much as he says the jocks always win, it's because people like you want to be in with the jocks so badly that you changed your whole game and took back your word, which is important in this game. You're just throwing it around and you protected the people you vowed to take out in this game. So now no one believes you. The jocks don't want to be your friend. You blew up your own game and the women have your number.
Yeah. Everyone should watch out for these women in this cast. These girls are smart and they're seeing a lot of stuff. Frenchie ruined his own game. That's on him. But like in this clip that we see here, which obviously is edited, we only hear him say, give me a chance next to a big competitor, which first off I go, are you saying that means you're a big competitor? No, you're a messy mess. That's why you're on the block. It's not like you're a big competitor. That's why you're on the block. But on the feeds, what we have seen is he repeatedly and today again said, put a man next to him. If you're saying man versus woman, like today, he was like, I'm not going to campaign against Brittany. If I was sitting next to any other man, I would. And that's what I really like. Just makes my skin crawl. Like, what are you saying? What do you mean by this in your head? That you have to sit next to a man to like play the game, basically.
And what are the women doing in the house then, sir? What do you think the women are there for? Are they just there for the showmance and that's why you targeted Alyssa in the first place? Are they just there for you to look at or objectify or go and tell other people on the feeds, my wife isn't my type. We have a good marriage, but she's not my type. I have this type. And it's like, I'm sure your wife appreciates hearing that on the feeds. The misogyny of this guy who probably claims to be a feminist while not treating us equal at all and having this like, I'll save you, sweetie. Nobody asked you to save us, French dressing. You're tiny. You can't do anything to help me or most of the women in that house. Thank you guys for watching. To watch the full video, go to Nerdtainment's channel now. The link for it is in the description. Thanks again, guys. Bye.